Good morning, hello, welcome to the Hoof GP. It is 2:45 in the morning right now. I'm back from holiday on Kos in Greece and I am working alone. No Craigie boy for me. So let's see how this day differs from when he's with me. But first I need to manoeuvre myself to work, which is pretty much through a hurricane. It was summertime here yesterday in Scotland, which means it's back to winter today. Here in the stormy weather, so why do we hold on? Even if it hurts so, it's breaking us apart. But I guess we'll never know how it feels to see the shoreline. We have to be together, stuck in the stormy weather. And by sheer witchery, the crush is all set up and ready to go. It looks like we've got quite a lot this morning as well. I keep saying we like Craig's here. Craig's not here. I mean, Craig's not here. Let's go and see how many we've got and get loaded up. It's really warm this morning. Like, actually, it's stopped raining, so it might be a nice morning. You get awesome sunrises here sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot. Yep, a lot. Looks about 43, 44, 45, somewhere around there. Let's make a start. Okay, so loading up went well, but it seems I've made a serious error in judgment. Haha, problem solved. Oh, desperate to get in. It's genuinely always a relief to get the first one in and get trimming. I trim at this farm every 2 weeks, and I have done for about 7 or 8 years, so the feet here are pretty good now, and I don't really expect to see anything incredibly exciting, but if I do, I'll show you. Trimming at this time of the morning is actually awesome. You're away from the rest of humanity in your own little world. And actually, despite all of the clattering and banging going on round about you, it's really, really peaceful. I used to absolutely hate getting up at this time in the morning, and now I actually really look forward to it. It's a great time to just reflect and get on with the job in hand. Right, I'm going to put you down somewhere you can see and crack on. That's got an old injury. It's a white line problem here. Looks like it's been dealt with quite a while ago, but this here feels a bit raw and open, so let's see if it's healed or not.
See, last time I trimmed this, you can see it's all been open, and this is still very soft. So we're going to trim back this, and this is where the problem might still be. So this is the kind of problem that's been fairly severe the first time we've seen her, and she's well on the way to recovery, but the key to getting her to complete recovery is revisiting her. And this farm has presented her again, and all I've had to do is take away this loose horn here, apply a new block, and I'm almost certain this will be completely healed in about 2 weeks. Now Bovie Bond actually do 2 different types of blocks, and you guys maybe haven't noticed the difference. They do an Excel block, which is slightly bigger, and it's a harder plastic composition than this. This is the regular one, and it is flexible and wears out a bit quicker than the other one. Because this will only take 2 or 3 weeks to fix, I don't want this sticking around forever, which is why I'm using the regular one on this occasion. It's incredible how fast these glues set. By the way, here's one thing. I still get a lot of people asking me what the GP means and the Hoof GP. Well, kind of means general practitioner, but that's not why I use it. My name, Graham Parker, it's my initials. So a lot of you are looking at me saying, I knew that. And a lot of you are saying, ah, that makes sense. Done. So it's about 4:45 right now. I hope we're not getting any sun coming up, unfortunately. But the moon is still out. Not a bad view to start your morning, is it? Back to work.
This morning has a clearer light as any, to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face,
So we've trimmed just under 30 cows now. It is just after 6 o'clock and it's turned into an awesome morning. But as predicted, it's been a boring day's trimming, which is ideal for me and for these cows. There have been a couple with small issues, but nothing major. And what I see, how gorgeous the morning it is now. Ah, it feels good to be alive. I'm definitely a lot slower today without Craig being here. But if anybody tells Craig that, I will literally deny all knowledge. Just gonna get the last of the cows here, put up the race. Right, come on then girls, go! Come on, go! Come on! Come on! Up, forward! key off. It's just getting nicer and nicer. What have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 left to go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Come on. Go on. The Dutch method for the millionth time. So make sure the dorsal wall on this one is 75mm long. Make sure this matches it, and if we push them up together on the front, they do. Make sure the height between the two is level, which it's not because the heel on this one is too high. Look, see? So we're going to correct that. The height is now level between the two. Then model the outer claw quite wide to take the pressure off the pedal bone, and model the inner claw narrowly to make sure there's no problems in there, and to open up the interdigital space. So that was step 1, step 2 and step 3. Now on to step 4. Check for any loose or cracked horn around the heels or anywhere else that you may have missed. Nope, 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 nope. All fine. Step number 5. Check for any problems and take the pressure off, or the weight off, that problem area. No problems on this one, so she's done. And this crack here, by the way, is just superficial. You don't want to remove any of that because that is where all of the weight bearing surface is. Right around here. That is the strongest part of the cow's foot. So if you reduce this in thickness, you reduce her weight bearing capabilities. So that is this foot done. And this foot is done in exactly the same way. So we're going to make sure that foot is 75mm, match the length here, match the height, model the lateral claw out, model the inner one, get rid of all the loose horn, and then check for problems.
Despite these two back feet looking so very different, it is really essential for the best possible outcome that we follow a list of instructions or steps, and that goes for any method of hoof trimming, not just the Dutch style. Having a protocol or a set list of steps may seem really primitive and amateurish, but it's absolutely key to making sure that we don't miss any essential parts of the method we choose to follow. Virtually all recognised methods deal with the balance of the cow's foot first and foremost, and then after that's been achieved, we deal with the problem and deal with the issue of relieving that problem area of weight.
So this is just dirt, it's not cracked or loose horn. So now that we've done step 4, we're going to deal with any problems. And in here, she has what's called a tyloma. So it's basically a growth in between her feet. And that is going to catch on the sides of these hoof walls and hurt every time she steps. So we're going to model this right out to give her more space. So that was 2 feet that looked completely different to begin with, but were both trimmed in exactly the same way. So it's like 7:30, and this is, I think, the 40th cow, and we're on the last foot. It's definitely wibble wobble. It's definitely been a lot slower without Craig. So I actually did that foot in exactly the same way as I did those back feet, but I did the steps in a different way, and that's because I don't want to keep lifting and putting away the grinder constantly. So once I've got it out, I try to do all of the work with the grinder, put that away, then finish it off with the knife, and that's it. Bada bing, bada bang. Ta-da! And that is us done trimming, at least for the day. Now time to do some paperwork and print off.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a